English for a specific purpose, online language learning, discourse analysis. This Dr. Walia will be talking on designing a free integrated platform that every teacher designs and use to maximize learning. So I request Dr. Rajan Singh Walia.
Can you hear me? Okay, I'll use this.
So I request Dr. Rajan Singh Walia.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, we are able to hear you, sir.
Fine, thank you. And
Thank you,
see,
Mr. Vinay.
Can you see me as well?
We are able to see only your name, sir. Can you put your picture, please? So far, we have already put your picture and then screen. Yes, sir. We are able to see now.
Yeah, you can see me now. Huh? Okay.
Yes, sir. Interesting, sir. Floor is for you.
So share it. Sharing the screen.
Yeah, you have.
Okay. Just checking.
All right, sir.
If I have to share the screen. So can you see it?
No. No, we are able to see you only. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Can you see now? Yes.
Yes, sir. Slowly it is started.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
We are able to see now.
Great. Fine. So can you see the screen as well as myself?
Yes, sir.
So, okay. So this is the setting. Can we go ahead with this?
Sure, sir. We can.
Okay, fine. So we are all set now?
Exactly, sir.
Yeah, the ball is in your court now.
It is in your court now, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your kindness, sir, in accepting in a very short notice to give away this lecture. And if you can pop up the window, sir, it would be very interesting. The PowerPoint.
Hello.
Rajendra, sir?
Yes. Can you see me?
Yeah, we are able to see you, sir.
Okay, fine.
You're audible as well.
Okay, thank you.
Now it's 5:30, sir. We can start it.
Sure.
Dear participants, we have sir's session until 6:15. Post 6:15, another half an hour quickly, we'll have question and answer session. And this is whole idea of the session plan for evening today. Rajendra, sir?
Yes. Yes, please go on.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Rajendra, sir, on the floor. And I hope we can start it, sir.
Of course, please.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Are you speaking, sir?
Hello.
Yeah, Rajendra Singh, sir.
Oh, shall I start?
Can you?
Shall I start?
Yes, you can start the session, sir.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Very good evening, everybody, and welcome to this session. COVID-19 is a situation that has brought us all together at this platform. Things we never heard before, now we are trying to use them to the benefit of our learners. Thank you very much for inviting me. And Visakhapatnam, I reckon is a nice place. I have some friends there. So this is my virtual tour to Visakhapatnam. And
For that matter, you know, sir, it is a virtual tour across globe because we have participants
yes.
from KSA, and then we
and
have
you know that Punjabis are food-loving people, but all you are going to send me are e-samosas and e-tea.
Fine, sir, definitely.
Yeah. So we are. I'm okay with that. You see, today we'll talk about how can we ensure effective language learning and language teaching using a platform, e-platform, which is free of cost, number one, and which every teacher can use. So these are the two assumptions, and you know, I have myself actually tested these assumptions very successfully. Before COVID-19, I never knew about this Google site, this platform. But once I started exploring, I was successful in making a very good website for my department, where all teachers, all of my colleagues were able to park their learning materials. We could interact with the learners and all. Okay, so here we go. I start sharing my presentation. Is it visible?
Yes, sir, exactly.
Okay, fine.
But if you can put it in a slide mode, sir, in a slideshow mode.
Okay, slideshow. All right.
Maybe just beside.
Just a moment.
Come down to beneath, somewhere nearby. No, you can go back, sir. Open that.
Slideshow is, yeah, slideshow. Oh.
No, not that one, sir.
It
You can just come down, sir. You
Okay.
can find a book kind of a little icon. Just beside it, you can click
one,
it. Sir.
Huh? This one?
No, we could not see that.
This one. Huh? This is one.
No, yeah, not that one. Just beside it.
This one? No. Okay. This is meeting control.
Yeah.
Task view.
No.
You
have comments. You have comments, notes. That is there, no, sir. On your screen.
Yes.
Just beside, you have one more little icon, and then next one more little icon. Then
okay.
next
Here reading view. Huh? Okay.
Yeah, it's also fine.
This is okay.
Instead, okay, this is also fine, sir.
Yes, I can go. Yes. So here we go. So the topic is designing as an integrated platform for teaching English. So in the course of my presentation, we'll come to know how can we integrate various tools at one platform. The first thing is, how do we learn? Okay, there are hundreds of theories and hundreds of models of learning anything. So this learning pyramid tells us what are the effective ways of learning. The least effective and the most practiced is lecture. And you know, incidentally, lecture is the least effective mode. People learn just 5% when they listen to a lecture. And people learn 90% when they teach others. That means when they give lecture to others. Now, this is very tricky situation. So that means when we lecture somebody, people just don't focus enough and they do not learn enough. But when people start teaching, they first understand things, concepts, and everything for themselves, and then they organize their knowledge to deliver it to others in an effective way. So please bear in mind when we are talking about language learning or language teaching, which are the best ways of engaging our learners. You have these tiles of pyramid. So lecture is the least effective, followed by reading, audio, visual, demonstration. So people learn more and more when they are engaged more. In a lecture mode, learners are hardly engaged. This is one thing you have to keep in mind. Okay. Now, what are the implications of this learning pyramid for our teaching? For organizing our teaching inputs. There are three important components for effective teaching and learning. First thing is, you have to give them instructional inputs or comprehensible inputs, which learners can understand easily and they can engage themselves easily. They find them interesting. They find them crystal clear. So this is the first most important thing when you are planning to teach others. And those learning instruction, those instructional inputs should generate some kind of interaction between the teacher and learner, between learner and learner. And that interaction should lead to a supervised practice. The learners, they try to practice the things which have been inputted to them. For example, you have introduced learners to an item of grammar, and then you engage them in the practice of that item, so that learning could be reinforced. And the next step is you are facilitating. When they are practicing, you are moving about the learners among them, and you are trying to facilitate the reception and the comprehension of the concept that you have introduced. And you are also able to give them productive feedback. Okay. For example, when learners are doing something, you are moving among them, and you are facilitating them to achieve that particular bit of knowledge. You are giving them productive or corrective feedback. So this feedback again, goes into your instructional inputs. So whatever you have learned from classroom dynamics, from supervising or monitoring learners, those things, difficulties or challenges that they are facing, they get into your instructional inputs, and accordingly you revise your instructional inputs. So this is a cycle. Now, if we look at the kind of instructional inputs, the traditional chalk and talk method, what are the positives and what are the negatives of this method? I'm sure there must have been a lot of deliberation on this, but most of the people say that
Sir, sorry to disturb you in the middle. Can you put your microphone little nearer to your mouth?
Okay. Is it all right now? Yeah.
Yeah. Now
is
it's
it
all
okay?
right. Yes, sir.
Okay,
it's
fine.
all right.
Right. So what are the advantages of the way we teach, the traditional chalk and talk method that we use? Advantages are that it is easy to deliver. You just go to your classroom and deliver your lecture. There is better emotional bonding with learners. You are there, they can see you, they can talk to you, they can appreciate you, you can appreciate them. So there's pretty good bonding between teacher and learner. There's better emotional connect. And that there is, also sharing of life experiences and values. A teacher can tell little anecdotes to learners and little stories, and thereby he can extend the knowledge, explain better. There can be quick real-time explanation and extension of concepts. And it is also in sync with the Indian psyche of, learning from a guru. We have had this traditional thing in our mind that a teacher is one who gives and the learner is one who receives. And of course, there's better control. So these are the features, advantages of traditional chalk and talk method. But what are the disadvantages? It is highly teacher-centered. And another thing I observe is that teachers suffer from performance syndrome. Now, what is that? I remember, giving a session to teachers. It was on large classes. And the teacher said, "Sir, I don't have any problem handling large classes. Actually, I enjoy teaching a class of 100, 120 students." I said, "You enjoy because you can perform. You are playing to a gallery. You can perform well when you are in front of so many students. You can tell them stories. You can keep them engaged. But have you ever thought whether language learning has taken place? Have you ever been able to reach out to each and every learner's difficulty? Have you ever been able to measure what have they learned within the given classroom time?" So these are the important issues. In a big class, the lecture method is not effective. And also, English is a different kind of subject. It's not concept-based subject. There's another distinction we have to understand, that English is skill-based subject. In English, a learner has to practice and internalize a lot of established ways of behaving in a particular language. Wherever, when we talk about a concept-based subject like economics, so there are finite number of concepts. For example, to a class, we have about 25 chapters, each focused on a particular concept. But in English, there are thousands of words, there are hundreds of structures, there are ways of saying things. So unless you internalize those things, you cannot be a good user of English. So that is very important thing to keep in mind. And in a lecture class, it is very difficult to make learners practice, because you are lecturing, they are listening, and we don't know what is happening, how much language has been learned. Feedback cannot be given. There's another disadvantage. And comprehension is mostly through the channel of listening. So there is just one channel, audio. They are listening to the audio, the voice of the teacher, and there can be a lot of physical disturbance in the background. So it's very difficult thing to actually teach good English in a traditional classroom. And there's plenty of evidence for this, that in spite of 14 years of formal instruction in English, our learners are still very deficient in using English effectively. So we have to keep in mind that um, lecturing is not the best way to engage learner in language learning. And class time is very short. Lectures are not available for repeat listening. Lectures given in a classroom, they are just one-time thing. they're not available for repeat listening. Now we come to the innovative ways of teaching online. Now here are some of the advantages and again disadvantages. You know, learners can use multi-channels for learning, which are of high interest value. You know, they can see, they can listen, they can enjoy good videos, they can enjoy high quality materials, high quality pictures and illustrations, and this is available 24/7, and it is learner centered. This is the best thing about innovative ways of learning or online teaching and learning, because learners are at the center of everything. So they can control their learning, they can decide how much they have to learn, how they have to learn, why they have to learn, when and where they have to learn. It's up to them, their decisions. You can reach out to every learner's difficulty because you will be managing learner uh, on the individual basis. Okay, learners will reach out to each and every learner, and you would know what are their individual learning difficulties, which is not possible in a big section, in a big class of, let's say, 60 or 80 or 100. And based on your perception, your understanding of learners' difficulties, you can give them customized feedback and thereby improve their learning much more. And teaching is, it gets closer to learning. I mean, just imagine whether your teaching is closer to learning or not. In a in a big class or in a traditional class, you will never know. But here you would know how much, because there is a lot of back channel effect, and there's a lot of feedback from learners, tangible feedback, which they communicate through text and through audio messages, which you would know whether they have learned and how much have they learned. But there are disadvantages as well. There are no real-time explanations. Technical glitches can be there. And we control our students' behavior. You don't know, you have given them a task, but the students, what are they doing? Whether they're watching a movie or they're doing some other things, you would never know. And this is, again, disadvantaged sections of society, people who are economically poor, they find it difficult to have access to the internet and the gadgets which can facilitate e-learning. And in our country, in some rural areas, the infrastructure is not in place to provide fail-safe access to all stakeholders. And there is a weak emotional connect with students. Now we come to the main part. How can a free platform, which for me is Google Sites, can be an effective platform for delivering language teaching and learning? So it, for me, it integrates all the three components of effective language teaching: instructional inputs, interaction, and feedback. All these three factors are integrated here at this platform. So there can be interaction, topic-wise threaded discussions. I'll just demonstrate how I have done it. You can also give them productive feedback, and you can assess their performance through Google Forms. And this is 24/7, anytime, anywhere learning opportunity. So for me, Google Sites are a platform where you can very successfully and effectively teach, keeping in mind the three crucial components of learning and teaching, and students can also learn successfully. Okay. Now these are this is a diagrammatic representation of Google Sites. How can they act as an integrated classroom? First, inputs. Your instructional inputs can go to your students through Zoom, live lectures. You can use Zoom or Google Hangouts links at the site. You can also give them audio visual inputs, videos through YouTube. You can create a lot of hyperlinks at important points, at important stages of learning. Images you can also use. You can also insert your PPTs, PowerPoint presentations, and you can also use a little tiny but very useful software called Padlet. This is again free. All these things are free. You don't have to spend a penny till now. And how would you ensure that a good interaction is taking place, good discussion is generated once your learners are exposed to your inputs? They actually generate a very healthy, very positive discussion. So that you can measure through Google Groups, which allow you to have topic-wise threaded discussions. Then practice, you have to engage your students in practice. So you have Google Forms, and you can also have online test links. I'll show you in my website how we have done it. And then is the feedback, the fourth component. Again, you can use Google Groups, by way of discussion. You can give them positive feedback, productive feedback, corrective feedback. And you can also record their perceptions, their initial perception through Padlet. So I think this diagram can give you a view of an integrated classroom. Fine. Now I will go to the Google site. How can you create your own Google site? You just need to have a Gmail ID to log into Google Sites. If you have just a Gmail ID, you just have to type in the browser sites Google, so it will take you to the Google site page. Like I have a Gmail ID, so I'll just click here. This is the hyperlink I've created. So it takes me to the Google Sites link. Okay. So once you reach there, you will have, this is a link for new Google Sites. So you will have this plus mark. So this indicates this is a blank site you are creating for yourself, starting a new site. So you just click here. Okay. So here you have your, blank Google Sites. So on the left side, you have the area where you have to, park your material. Where this is your
Excuse
action.
me, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Your presentation is only visible. It is not diverted to the Google site. Can you just click your presentation off, and then can you show the Google site?
Okay.
Maybe you need to share again.
Okay.
You need to share now the
Just
exact Google site.
Screen share. Okay. All right. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
which is so showing your page title, sir.
Yes, 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 that's right.
Good.
Okay. So you have this blank page. This is what you'll have. Now you have to start working on this. You can give a name to your site. For example, you can give any name. Let's say English. Let's say English 55. This is the name I've given. You can give any title, okay? So simply it can be again, let's say English, English 55, okay? Yes. So this is the title. You want different kind of appearance for your site. You don't want a big banner. So here are themes. At the right side, there's a panel, panel of functions where you can control what you are going to do with your site. So you click on themes. You want a simple theme. You click Aristotle, okay, and you can change the color as well. You want blue, then there'll be blue underline. And here you don't want banner, big banner. So the header type can be a title only. Okay, you'll have an appearance like this. And you want to write something here, introducing at the home page, whatever you want to do. So you go to insert, and here this is text box. You click here, you want to give kind of introduction to your site. Okay, this is introduction. So you can write whatever here. Introduce the objective of your site. You can also have images if you have some images saved. Uh, so you select the image. If you click here, so it will take you to the images. You can also go for Google image, for example. You can insert a Google image here. Okay, so Google image, but yeah, the URL you have to give. So you can select any image you want to put an image here. There is an image carousel here. So you want to have image on the left side. So you just click here, and you can upload an image and put it at the place you want. Okay. But the most important thing is this is your first page. Now you click at pages. The second in the list is pages. There are just three things: insert, pages, and themes. So you know how to handle themes. Now pages. So your home is English 55. You want to create another page. Okay. So you want to create another page. So here is a plus mark here. You click here. So you give the name to your page. Let's say this is your grammar page. Grammar page. Just say done. This is done. So after home, you have your next page, grammar. Okay. So under grammar, you want to organize your grammatical items in different ways. So you just click here, add subpage. Let's say you want to teach tenses. Okay. So all your tenses will come under grammar. Similarly, if you want to add more, let's say, then again, do the same process, add subpage. Let's say prepositions. Okay, so done. So under grammar, we have these two items, tenses, prepositions, where you can park all the information and exercises related to tenses and prepositions. Okay. so this is how you go on adding pages. Once you start exploring this, you would come to know that it's very easy. There's no problem in managing Google Sites. You want to create another page, for example, a new page, again, go to plus mark, give it a name. Let's say you want it as communication, okay, and this is done. So this is your page number 3. So similarly, this you can have in the drop down list, you can have a lot of other things related to communication. Like here we have under grammar, we have tenses and prepositions. Similarly, communication, you can have non-verbal communication, you can have, pronunciation, spoken communication, written communication, any kind of. See, basically, this is one platform where you can organize your teaching inputs. Okay? All right. Now I will take you to my website the way we have done it. All right. Okay. This is opening.
No, sir.
No.
Okay.
Hope
you have to
I'll try again.
reshare
Okay.
it.
Okay. Here it is. All right.
Otherwise, just on the same browser, you can take one more new window, sir.
Okay, on the same browser. All right.
On top,
Okay.
taking a plus.
I'll just try
Okay, sir.
Google Sites. It's not showing. It's not showing my site. Just a moment.
All right.
Yeah. It's paused. Okay. Okay. If I go back to my sites. Hmm. Owned by me. No, it's not coming up. Anyway, okay. Where we were?
Sir,
Hello. Can you
sir,
see anything? Yeah. Can you see something? Yes.
we are able to see just the same window, that is communication English 55.
Okay.
In fact, our participants are asking, sir, if
Uh-huh.
you can make our participants do the same on their local devices now. Maybe this Google
See, they
site
won't be able to do it on.
immediately.
Yeah, no, they won't be able to do it on their mobile phone. But if
No,
they
they are able to now come with another device just beside their mobile phone. They if at all you give them a direction, they are able to do.
sure.
Not a problem, sir. Not a
Okay,
problem. You can
fine.
continue.
So that will be great. So here we were, English 55. Okay. Can you see the screen, please?
Yes, sir. We are
English
able to
55.
see communication English 55.
Okay. So, pages. Okay. So any participant, what would you put under communication? Let's say non-verbal communication. So you want to put non-verbal communication, you go to pages here. Okay. So just you can see these 3 vertical dots. Click here and go to add subpage. Then you'll have a name for that. So the name you would go, let's say body language. Okay. And just click here, done. So
Sir, again, your microphone, sir.
yeah. Okay. So you have put, body language here in the drop down list here. So this is body language, huh? Body language. Click here. You have body language. So here, you want to explain body language. What is body language? You can, go to the insert button. Then again, the text box. Here in the text box, you can write anything about body language. You can also insert images. You can take images from the.
Sir,
Yes.
excuse me.
Yes.
The screen is not getting changed, sir. You're talking about a new area that we may put here as body language. That is not being shown.
Screen is not changing. Okay.
Yes, it
I
is.
think
It is showing just English 55 communication.
It
That's it.
says this sharing, new share.
Otherwise, you can come back and screen share, sir.
Okay. Can you see body language now?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, fine. So, you go back. So this is English 55, and this is your main menu. You want to create more pages. So we go here, pages. This is a plus mark. And you can give a new title to your page. Let's say vocabulary. Okay. So this is done. So the new page is there. Now you'll have a new page, vocabulary. This is under body language, but you can delete it. It shouldn't be here. You can delete it. Delete. You want a new page, so you go here. These 3 vertical dots with the main title of the page. So like you put your cursor here and then click, and now it is vocabulary. Okay, and this is done. So this way you can keep creating more pages. So this is the page button, and this is the plus button. You want the main title, then you click here, and main title, you can Just write the title, name of the title, and press done. So this will be done. Okay. Then what more you can do is you can insert images and any material which is on your Google Drive, you can share here. You can embed any link, any hyperlink here. And you know, these are 6 types of layouts. Just a moment. The themes. Now these are the layouts, sorry. These are the layouts here. Okay. So if you want to have this kind of layout, you'll have, you know, these 3 pictures, and then you can write your text below each picture. You can also have this kind of layout where you have a picture and the text here. So you can use, you know, any of these 6. These are fixed. 6 types of design, layout designs for your website. And this is image carousel. Wherever you want your picture, insert your picture. You just, you know, bring your cursor there and click on image carousel. So you'll get the photo here. You can insert the image and you can write your text here. Okay. This is another very useful thing. Now this is very important. Button. Button is, for example, you know, you say under pages, let's say under vocabulary, you want to give some tests. Let's go back. We don't want this. Okay. Under vocabulary, you want to have some, want to have, you know, give your learners practice to for some tests. So what you do is you bring your cursor here and go to the insert. Then there's something called button. So you write the name, let's say grammar practice. Grammar practice. And the link, there can be a link. Let's say grammar, okay, exercises. So you can have this exercises and quizzes. Okay. So what I do is I'll copy the link and go to Google Sites. Okay. So here I insert the link. Okay. So this is inserted. You can just expand it. Grammar practice. So when my learners, when they will see the website, they will go to this preview. I mean, they will only watch the preview thing. So what they will do is they'll have this clickable link here, grammar practice. They'll click here and this will take them to the website where grammatical exercises are there. They can do some exercises here. Okay, all the exercises are here. So they can simply click on an exercise and do the exercise here. You know, a lot of exercises here. So these are exercises free of cost, available online. They can check their responses immediately. You know, Julie at 3 o'clock. So slept, you know, that's the appropriate form at 3 o'clock. So they can check it here. The sleep, I didn't put it here. So slept, let's say slept. Okay. So check. At 3 o'clock. Check show. This is again wrong. Okay. Anyway, Okay, okay, English 55, right? So you can have this kind of thing, and if you click cross, this is in the editable form. Now you can edit more things here. So button is very important, as I just explained and demonstrated that you click button, give title to the button, and insert the URL link. All right. And then YouTube video, you want to insert a YouTube here. Let's say here only. You can insert at any page, but this page is open. So, okay, you want to have a YouTube video here. So click YouTube. Okay. So you want to, you know, something on tenses, for example. So I just, in the Explorer, I search for tenses. And then there are, for example, tenses. Okay, no, it should be YouTube. It should be a YouTube link. So, okay. No. YouTube, let's say tenses. Here we go. Okay, so this I will open, and okay, Control C, and I go back to Google Sites. English 55. Okay, so here I put the URL. Okay, and I click here. Okay, the video has not uploaded. Okay, now I want to insert my video here. So the video is here. Okay, YouTube video related to tenses. I just have to copy the URL, paste it here in this box, click here, and then I get this video. Okay, so you click here, so the video will start playing. If you click here, the video will start playing. It's not selected. Maybe it's downloading, so it takes some time.
No, sir. You click again on there. Okay.
Hello.
No, sir. It is selected when you have clicked on the YouTube button. It is selected, and then when you come down to upload it, you can upload it. It is understood, sir.
Yeah. So okay, you can. So again, am I visible? The vocabulary page is visible?
Yes, sir. Exactly.
Okay, fine. So YouTube, you can insert YouTube. You can insert calendar of activities. You know, the way you want to plan your teaching, your schedule. You can also insert maps, and then docs. Docs is another useful thing. Google Docs. If you have your docs documents in Google Drive, you can share all your docs here at any place, wherever you want. And then slides again. You know, if you have slide your PowerPoint presentations on in Google Drive, again you can put them at any place. Then Excel sheets can be shared, and then forms. Forms are very important things. For example, I'll just show you how the form works. Like here, you know, so this is one form you want to share. Okay, so you would like to insert it here, wherever you want. So this is the form, feedback form, national level webinar on teaching of English online. So this form is available, which you will be filling up and returning to the organizer. So similarly, you have taught something, a topic, and you ask some kind of feedback from your learners. You can show them here. Okay. I would again like to just open again. One more try to open my site. It's not opening up. I'll try again. Just give me a minute. Um,
Okay, sir. There are very interesting positive comments towards our session, sir. We are
Okay.
really going along with the comments and
Shall we
every-
take up the questions?
yes, sir. If at all you are comfortable at
Yeah,
some point,
sure. Okay. Let's
if
take up.
you
Yeah.
yeah, if you wanted
please.
to have questions, and
No,
thank you
I
very
think
much.
my request to the participants is that you need to spend some time with this platform, and I'm very sure you will enjoy exploring things because they are so easy. And if a teacher like myself, who is not much aware of new technology, I'm an old man now,
No, sir. You
and
are more advanced now.
so there are people who know technology better than me, and if I can do it, I think you all can do it very easily, and you will find it very useful for your learners and for yourself as well, because at one place you can organize everything which you need for effective teaching and learning. So now your questions are welcome, please.
Thank you very much, sir. We also have Venkat sir and Suvarna ma'am also on board. We welcome you also, madam and sir. We have one Mrs. Radha Srinivas is mentioning, sir, you are young with technology, sir. And I now request those who are interested asking questions to sir, you can raise hands. I'll unmute yourself. All right. There are no questions, only responses.
Okay.
Okay, sir. We have one, Madam Vijayalakshmi. Vijayalakshmi, madam, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, I have unmuted myself, sir. From
Thank
the
you.
beginning, since the lecture started, I have the doubt how to log into this Google Sites, and it appears to be very easy when sir was trying to show that, but I am unable to follow it. I don't know how far about others, but I am feeling very difficult to enter into it. So can you kindly give me a
Yes.
small suggestion so
Yeah.
that I can easily get into it?
See, you just need to have an account in Google. Okay. If you have
Yeah.
a
Yes,
Gmail
sir.
account,
Yes,
that's
sir.
fine.
Yes, sir.
Open your Gmail account,
Yes, sir.
and then on the right side you have the panel. Okay.
Okay, sir.
On the right side you'll have panel, and you just, when you go down, you'll have an icon called Google Sites.
Okay, sir.
You click on that icon, you'll find Google Site.
Okay, sir. I have entered into Google Sites, but as I have entered into the Google site, it is not allowing me to open the new page for myself.
No, there is a plus mark. I showed you. The
Okay,
plus.
sir. Okay.
Click that plus mark.
Okay, sir.
So that allows you to make your site.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank
Okay.
you a lot.
Yeah, welcome. Yeah. Okay. It's not coming up. Yes. Yeah. Any other question?
Sir,
Yes.
this is Guru Charan, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd like to know in this Google Sites, after making all this content available,
Mhm.
can we do a live session, a classroom session? Or is it only that material is available and someone can, the student can do the homework or, do those exercises or grammar, well, like you said, later on?
You see, Google Sites, you can utilize the entire text, which is free of cost, which is available on Google,
Okay.
by just
Okay.
copying the URL. You know what is URL? Okay.
Right, sir, I know.
So just copy the URL and you make a button.
Okay.
You saw that button. So you
Yes.
give a title to the button, insert the URL under that button. So that way you can organize your material very
Right.
nicely. Okay. You can put in, you can insert videos, you can insert podcasts, you can insert Google Forms, you can also
Right.
share Google Docs. And one
Right.
very important thing, because we have positive time, there's something called Google Groups. Google Groups are, platforms for threaded discussion. So you can also create your account. You just type Google Group and then you say, I want to create Google Group. Create. It's very easy. Google is very easy.
Okay.
So you simply write create, or it will already be there. Just click create, and Google will then take you along, and you have to fill in some information, and then you can create your own Google Group.
Okay.
And supposing you have 30 students, so you insert those 30 emails in the Google Group. Your group is ready. You'll be the administrator, and others will participate in discussions, and those will be topic wise threaded discussions. Okay.
Got
That
it,
is
sir.
very useful. You
Right.
try that, inserting
Yeah.
Google Groups in your website. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And now we have Pratima Chavan. Madam, are you there?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Can I speak, sir?
Yes,
Yes,
please.
you can.
Hello, sir. This is Pratima Chavan from Dr. D.Y. Patil College, Pune, Maharashtra.
Welcome.
First of all, a very, very wonderful session, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank
Actually,
you.
I myself didn't know anything about how to go for creating Google site before your session, and now I find it really very user friendly. So thank you so much for that information and the wonderful session. My question is how we should communicate to students. Like if I created my site, is it only by giving them the title of my Google site page? First question. And the second one is like you shared some tests, online tests directly. You gave the link. Is there any chance wherein we can have our own test and we can assess it online? Is there a possibility of this? I hope you understood my question.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You see, you will have, if you have included a Google Group, if you have created a Google Group, and if you have shared that platform in your, inserted that platform in your Google site, so that will be your point of contact, because Google Group will send 30 mails in one go, and all the participants will be able to find information, okay, and they can participate in discussion. And also the second way is, that is for individual communication. And the second thing is, you will share the Google site address with your students. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I will try once more if it opens. My site is ditching me at the moment. Web tools.
We would also like to see it, sir, actually.
Yeah. I mean, that would make things easier for all of us. Okay, choose an account. All right.
Yeah,
Now,
it's
here it is, huh? Can you see it?
yes, yes.
Okay, fine. So this is the one I had made long back, but there are some new sites. So this one, this was, web tools for English. It's a welcome page, and I had put some resources here. For example, there's a free online English course. You click here, it will take you to that, free online English course. Okay. Let me see.
Can I ask Guru Charan to put yourself mute, sir?
Sure, sir. Sir, sorry. Yeah.
Just a moment, huh?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you for answering my questions. Thank you.
Yeah. And for discussions, you can use this. Now this service is no longer, they have stopped it. It was called nicenet.org. It was an alternative to Google Group. So similarly, you can also, give a link to your Google Group here. And once they click this, they can go to, no, it's not working.
Sir, we have one more question from
Sure.
Geeta Ravi.
Okay.
Madam, are you there? Please unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible,
Yes.
ma'am, but...
Yeah. Good evening, sir. It was a wonderful presentation.
Thank you.
I was just exploring on the Google site. I just wanted to know what is the difference between Google Site and Google Classroom. That is one question.
Okay.
Another one, can we accommodate the students who doesn't have Gmail account?
No, Gmail is important, If you don't have a Gmail, then you can't have access to Google Sites.
Okay.
Yeah. So first thing is you open a Gmail account, and then you can, on the right side, you'll have a panel where you click Google Site and you can create your own Google Site. Now, the second thing is, your question was that how is it different from a Google Classroom? In a Google Classroom, you have limited functions. You have very limited functions, but here on the right side panel, you might have seen
Yes, I'm seeing it on the screen.
There are at least 10 to 15 functions that you can operate, you can have in a Google site, which are not available in a Google Classroom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate your expertise.
And the thing is,
very
for
useful.
example, see, if you want to give a live session, for example, if you have a Zoom meeting with your students, so you can just put it on your Google site, the link. The student will go to your site and they'll click the link and they can attend your live session.
Okay. Thank you very much.
So it's everything available at one platform. Yes.
We have one more hand, sir. Jaya Madhuryama, ma'am.
Welcome.
Sir, good evening. Am I audible?
Little low, madam. Your voice is little low. Can you put your microphone very near to your mouth?
Sir, good evening. Am I audible now?
Yes, madam.
Yes.
So I have a question. So most of the students are not having their PCs and laptops with them. So can we assign the task for students and they can have multiple, multiple accounts in one PC?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm sorry, your voice was very low. I couldn't hear you.
So if, students are not each and every student is not having a laptop or PC on their own. So 3 to 5 students can log in through one account. Is it possible to accommodate many students or multiple
Yes,
students?
yes. See, the site is maintained by you and it is available to thousands of people.
Okay.
There's no problem at all. It's like, Zoom meeting. Zoom, they still have some kind of restriction. But once you have a Google site, once you share the link with others, they can access it very easily. But you have to give permission. When you are making the site, you have to indicate very clearly whether the site will be available to everyone in the world. So 10,000, 20,000 people can have access to it, or whether it will be a closed kind of site where you permit only specific people. So that will depend on you. Okay, am I clear? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay.
And madam's line is cut.
Okay.
And we have one more, Pratima ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
She also raised her hand. Pratima. Yes,
So I have already asked my first question and I got the answer for it. Only the second one was pending. The one which I asked if we can take through this platform a direct exam, like sir had shared some
About
exams which are
about the exam. Yes.
Yeah.
See, Google Forms, if you use Google Form, which you can embed in this website, so the Google Form allows you to test your students in two ways. You can give them short answer type questions, and you can also give them multiple choice questions. Okay. So if you want to test your students in these two kinds of questions, multiple choice or short answer type, or fill in the blank type, then you can go ahead with Google Forms. You can test your students. But subjective type questions, longer questions, you may not be able to, because Google cannot do the evaluation itself. So what you can do is you can ask your student to share their Google Docs. Okay.
Okay.
So they can supply their long answers documents to you, which they share, and you can evaluate them and give them their grades.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
That's all, sir. These are the questions now so far. No hands raised.
Okay.
Thank you, Rajendra sir.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. And I couldn't see Venkat. Where is he? Hiding?
No, sir. He's
left.
there. I can ask him. No, I must unmute him, Venkat sir.
Okay, fine. So thank you, everyone. Yes, there's one more raised hand, Hemlata.
Yes, sir, I'm unmuting. Hemlata, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
You can ask my sir a question.
Actually, this is not a question.
Okay.
I would like to say one thing about this session. Sir, it's a good presentation because I have attended many webinars and FDP programs. So far, all the speakers, they talked about Google Classroom, Zoom meetings, and other Google Meets apps. These are the other options we can go through to teach our online classes. But here I got the new site and a new option to teach classes where the teacher can share her own material or his own material, and teacher can prepare his own site. It's a good idea, and I definitely appreciate sir. And sir, my heartfelt thanks to you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Here I've got, yes. Now I've got, I would just like to, participants, just give me 2 minutes and just see this, what we have done. Can you see this? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Department
it is
of
visible. Department of English.
Okay, great. So
yes.
This is the one I was talking about, and we have made this site. And as you can see, here. Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, I have some doubt, sir.
Tell me.
Doubt means it's not a doubt exactly, it's a question also.
Okay.
Can you suggest some more ways to teach English effectively to the students? Not only this, because throughout the session or throughout the semester, if you go with the same method, it may become like a chalk and talk session, monotonous session also. So,
Yes, yes,
can we
yes.
provide something differently to the students apart from this?
This is entirely a different ball game. You see, this is where we are reaching out to each and every student and monitoring his or her performance, individual performance, and we are aware of their difficulties, learning difficulties, which is not possible in a class of 100. I've been teaching English for about 36 years now,
Okay.
and I have always used chalk and talk method. You know, I have a colleague who enjoys teaching 100 students because he gets a kick out of that. You know, he's able to perform like Rajesh Khanna in front of 100 fans. But the point is, you know, most of his students fail than the students in my class because they are enjoying the stories of movies, but they are not learning English. This is very important question. Now here what is important is when they have a platform, when everything is in black and white, every material is organized, and when they are responsible for their own learning, when they have to do things for themselves, when you are with them watching their each and every move, they're bound to learn. You know, the learning will be multifold,
Of
and
course.
they will learn English. They won't just pass their examination, because we have seen students who have scored 70%, 60%, but they are not very good users of English. They flunk the corporate tests. Corporates, they say, what kind of stuff are you producing, professor? They're not able to conduct themselves nicely in a meeting.
Sir.
So that's a problem. So this
Okay.
is, you know, something I'm very kind of I this situation has, you know, unfolded opportunities for all of us. Although
Yes.
it means a lot of hard work, although it means a lot of drive from our side, we have to take the initiative. You know, that's why my banner says every, you see here, the banner says, okay, every accomplishment starts with a decision to try. So unless we try, unless we, you know, bring ourselves forward, things won't improve. And this is something which is easy, which can be improved. I mean, everybody can contribute, and things can improve. Yes.
So
And
thank you, sir.
yeah, and I just wanted to show this, you know, discussion forum, like we have this discussion forum. Uh, okay. Yeah. This is it. So we have our discussion forum. Okay. So this is the Google group I have created, and where I have, you know, the member restricted the membership to my students. And here we can, you know, click on the topic, and there'll be new topic. These are the rules of this group, what they can do, what they can't do, the members and everything. Okay. I've just created it for an illustration. So this is very important. You can you can insert this Google group in your website, easy. And this is, you know, another tool which is, I'll just put here. This is the review thing.
Using any platform.
Okay,
So
here.
we have Venkat sir.
Hello, Venkat. Good evening.
Raju, it's been a very exciting session.
Thank you.
Second
Thank
time
you.
in listening to you after your webinar, Raju.
Yeah.
And
Thank
I
you.
think with the latest circulars, coming from UGC and MHRD, technology is going to stay here with us forever.
Yes, yes.
The
yes.
circular today says 25% of the syllabus has to be transacted using online platforms. Therefore, the kind of educational programs that you guys are, propagating or disseminating by participating in webinars of this kind is quite encouraging. I'm sure the participants would have definitely immensely benefited out of these interactions. But I guess that, our teaching fraternity, especially English teachers, are people who have been chased away by mathematics and physics and technology into poetry classes and prose classes. Now they've been forced to come back to learn these nitty-gritties. I am sure this is no doubt a difficult task. One has to pull up one sock and learn these things. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a saying, on the internet that technology will not replace teachers, but teachers who do not know how to use technology will be replaced by those who know how to use it.
So that's a very interesting, loud and clear. Teachers, I think you need to, or all of us, I don't want to exclude myself.
Yeah.
We have to live up to the
Teachers.
expectations of the times post-COVID-19.
Yeah. They need to tighten their seat belts.
Exciting talk, and it involved all of us in web. Clicking one opens up the other. Click that and opens up the other. We are caught in the web of problems of teaching English, and now web alone can produce some of the solutions to overcome these problems. Thank you very much, Raju, for this session.
Thank you, dear. Thank you for listening. Thank you very much.
Sir,
Yes.
I have a word, just a word. In fact, there are tons of thanks, sir, coming up in the chat box too.
Thank you.
All of them must go towards Venkat, sir. If not, he was with me. He could guide me. It would not have been happen, sir. At last minute, even brochure was also ready. He has asked me to put you into the box, and this has happened today, sir. Special thanks, a big namaskar to Venkat, sir.
Thank you very much.
Rajendra Singh.
I'm sharing this thing, my...
Rajendra, sir, 1 second. This is Shashida from Saudi Arabia.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Hope you remember me. We both made a presentation in Kerala. And since then, I've been watching you and the way you're working at this age and the curiosity you have in learning new things. That fascinates me. I'm so happy to see you again.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Such a pleasure indeed.
Yeah. Pleasure.
You did a fantastic job.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
Mr. Shashidhar is in advance a day, sir. He has his talk tomorrow or day after tomorrow on the board. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'll share my website address at the chat. I'll send that to you. Fine, Dr. Hari.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Right.
You can send it to me so that I can drop it
please
directly
circulate.
on the.
Yeah. Thank you so much. It was pleasure interacting with you all. Thank you so much. Bye.
Anyway, before going to end the session, sir.
Yes.
Is it something to say still, or you wanted?
No, it's okay. I'm done.
And anyway, there are wonderful responses from the chat box, sir. And there is a Madam Radha Srinivas has already written, this is gamified, gamified learning. And there are a few people, salute to you, sir. It is a new, interesting and useful thing. There are, thank you very much for such an intellectual virtual session. There are, thank you. Somebody was telling Kahoot. Kahoot is one of the gamified version.
Yeah, couch is
Yes,
there. And
Uh,
I have also inserted Padlet in my
yes, sir.
website. That's again very important. I'm sharing my website address here.
Okay, sir.
Okay, this is
Where is it you are sharing it, sir?
in the chat. In the chat, I've
In the
shared
chat,
it.
okay, no
Yes,
problem.
yes. Oh, there's an error. Oh, why is there an error?
You may put it to everyone, sir.
Hmm. I'll
Put the
share it
option
with
of
you.
every.
I'll
No
send.
problem. You can share it with me, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll
Please.
forward it to everyone.
Okay.
So with this, from bottom of our heart, we thank you so much, sir, for your presence, and you have made the whole session quite fruitful. Thanks for Venkat sir with us, and thank you Sashidhar who is there with us. We also have various other participants from different parts of the globe. Suvarna ma'am also is there. And with this, let's end up the session.
Yeah,
We'll
thank
meet
you so much.
again. We'll
Sure,
meet
sure.
again. All the participants will meet again by morning tomorrow, 10 o'clock, to meet Kshema Josh ma'am to carry forward our faculty development program. Uh, Thanks for all the patience that you presented, though we are 30 minutes delayed. Uh, as per our plan, we would end up by 6:30, but we could do it by 7 o'clock. And thanks for everybody's patience. We'll end up the session by thanking and putting all hands together, saying a sweet bye to Rajan Singh Ahluwalia sir. Thank you very much, sir. God must bless us.
Thank you.